Welcome, beautiful souls. It's been a rainy day in Spokane, Washington, and I've been in bed all day. I've been dreaming and praying and talking to God, reflecting on my life and everything that it has taken to get me to this point, to get me to where I'm at. And I am filled with such gratitude for this incredible journey. I did not know until I knew, and I lived a life where I was unaware. I was asleep. I didn't put all the pieces together and understand that this whole life, this reality that I've been living has been master crafted by God, and that God has been showing me in so many ways, sometimes not so subtle, that he loves me and that I'm special and that I'm chosen. This isn't just through angel numbers that I see all the time everywhere I go. This is through all the blessings that come about, the struggles that have given me strength, the tests and lessons that I've learned on this journey, the surrender that I have done to giving my life and devoting it to God's highest plan and bringing forth nothing but truth and light in my life, in my consciousness, and in my soul mission. It is transformational. It is so many miracles that we get to do this work with God. This really is an incredibly wonderful time for humanity because the old world is dying and we are giving birth to the new one. And it is all of us. We have all incarnated here for this. This is love. This is unity. This is living in light and truth and oneness with our holy creator, with our angels, with our spirit team. The whole universe loves us and supports us. And Earth is a hard school. It is a school of hard knocks, and it's not for the weak. We have gone through many things, and some of us have been here and incarnated many times. But we can handle the challenge because we know God and that we are no separate from God. And we are the master players on the chessboard. We are moved by the divine. Everything in this reality, this world, is a simulation for our highest growth and potential. The forces of duality, good versus evil, it's all an inner battle that we must conquer. We must come to unity with all forces and understand that all is energy and all energy is love and it is God. We are alchemists, and darkness stands no chance against us in the grand scheme of things. I am so blessed that I see a win for us, and I see that we are at the precipice of, we're having a mass awakening on this planet. This is everything I've been praying for since I had my awakening, and a real free earth where we are no longer in separation, divide and conquer, being manipulated and played by the so-called elites. They are parasites, and they've been playing us this whole time on this planet. I know some people aren't ready to hear the things that I say and what I speak, but I promise you that my heart is true and that my intentions are pure and that I am supported by the Most High and the angels, my spirit team, my ancestors. We are all incredibly wise and beautiful, powerful souls who have gone through the darkness to come here to help me during this time so that we can open the portal that is inside my heart and free my eternal soul so that I can help be a guide for New Earth. I didn't always know my soul mission here. In fact, I felt very out of place in this world. I was a good person, but I always felt like really uncomfortable in a world where I had to conform, where I had to be a slave for money. And I grew up in poverty, so it was especially hard for me. But all these things have helped me to understand the chains that the ruling class has put on humanity, and it's helped me to find the strength within to break those chains and to free my eternal soul and remember my soul mission on earth, why I came here, what I'm meant to do, how I can best help others. And God revealed to me everything. And I knew that I had to speak out. I had to speak out, even though I had so many attacks on my throat chakra my whole life, from childhood abuse to many things that have tried to silence me. The devil has attacked my throat chakra heavily, but nothing can stop God. Nothing can stop what He has done. And I am witness to these incredible miracles. God has master crafted me so meticulously down to every single detail that has made me the person that I'm supposed to be so I can help as many other souls as I possibly can. I am a powerful activator and a healer, and I have worked this healing within my own heart, within my own life. And it is so much more than that, because when we heal ourselves, we're not just healing ourselves, but we're healing our bloodlines. We're healing the entire collective of Mother Earth. So some people, we have to go through things and have more hardships and more struggles in our lives, but that means that we have a higher purpose. A harder path equals a higher purpose. And if you are an alchemist and you are an angel, and you most likely already know what I'm talking about, we get upgrades for the healing that we do with God. And the darkness that we endure makes more room for light to enter. And it is part of this beautiful design that that God has created for us is that there is no cheating your way to the top, and you can't just fake it till you make it on this. Ascension is real, but you have to really do the work. And it is time to do that. If you haven't gotten the memo by now, Earth is raising in frequency. These light codes are coming in, and they're coming in for our betterment. And we should be receiving them. We should utilize this healing and do our best to surrender to God and surrender to the light, because that is our true selves. That is our eternal knowing of who we are and why we came here and why we are unique and why we are special. Like everything that we've gone through in our lives has all master crafted us for God's highest plan and for our mission here. So you are so completely unique. There isn't a detail that God has overlooked. You are made for this. And you are so completely loved by God and by spirit, by the angels, by the entire universe. And when you really choose healing and you choose to open your heart and to understanding that this world that we're living in is a simulation from God for our highest growth and healing, and that you are more loved than you could ever imagine. That is true power. That is true power, because we've been programmed to think that we are so much smaller than we actually are. You are the key. You are the portal, and new earth is inside of you. There is a reason you're still here. There's a reason you've endured what you've endured, and you are part of this. We are all part of this, and we are all doing this together as our souls are like playing video games, and we are the avatars here on earth. It is so beautiful. The connections and the love that is coming into earth and into our hearts at all times. We are like the Truman Show for other planets to watch. You know, they're watching our lives. They're seeing our struggles, our blessings, our happiness, our bliss, and you know, they're feeling things with us. They love us so incredibly much. And we're not alone. We're not alone, even, nah, not by a long shot. They are all watching us. And that was really something for me to sit on, to digest, because I value my privacy. I valued my, you know, that I could play small, that I could hide, and that I could, you know, go into my internal world and just be with God and my angels, and you know, cut out the noise and the static of the matrix. And that is my true sanctuary. That is everything. But I realize within that I'm not alone. The entire universe is watching me, and you know, many are rooting me on. Some are plotting attacks and trying to stop me, but the truth is that I am one with God, and that we win in the end. And my life and my struggles, I'm grateful for them because I know that God is about to show me how great it gets. And I know that the universe is blessing me on the other side of the veil. They are loving me and they are proud of me for trusting myself, for loving myself, and for doing the work, for answering God's call and working so hard on my alchemy and on my healing so that I can be able to help others. It is nothing but gratitude on the other side of it all. And I know that any past perceived perceptions of the outer world where I may have believed that I was alone or that I wasn't seen or felt, I know that God was with me. I know that my angels were with me and they felt my pain. They loved me and they helped me heal and to understand with higher perspective why these things happened to me, why life had to be so difficult. And I was able to recircuit myself and allow God to give me higher perspective on everything that I've gone through on this journey, because I did it all as a sacrifice for healing, to help shift this paradigm into the golden age of enlightenment. This soul journey that I've had has been blessed this entire time, but even in the dark phases of my life, this was always the plan. This was always God's plan for me, is that I had to endure the darkness in order to shine as bright as He needs me to. And I do not claim to be perfect. We are all human, and human is, we are just a pale reflection of who we are as eternal souls. You know, the human condition is a struggle. We're sensitive. We are struggling here on earth, trying to pay bills and survive and do everything when God has us in survival mode, and to take care of ourselves at the same time and avoid the chemicals and the toxins. If you have no addictions, then you're blessed, but a lot of people do. Just to cope with this reality, this fake matrix that our souls have incarnated into, to work a job that we hate every day, to come home and open up that bottle of wine, or take those pills because every muscle, every bone on your body hurts. The density of Earth is no joke. It is severe, and we've got to reverse that. We've got to take control of our vibrational frequency and uphold it, no matter what the dark forces try to do to siphon from us. I refuse to give these entities access to my energy, as my energy is to be used for God's highest mission. I've had to go through isolation and periods of isolation so that I can go within and focus and recalibrate my mission. and integrating these higher downloads from the universe and aligning my life to match it. It's especially with the attacks that I've had in my life, from the devil, from the dark forces. It has been a very, very, very challenging game of chess to work this alchemy, but I know that God is guiding me, and I know that by me staying in the light, the devil has no way to win. And I have seen the chessboard, and we have darkness completely surrounded, and it has nowhere to run. What God has done to awaken 144,000, to awaken our soul tribes, and to get us to see the truth. Oh, these are miracles that it's the world is forever changed. What God has done and the work that myself and soul family have been surrendering to with God for high level mastery. It is an act of true love, devotion, and beautiful souls have incarnated here to work miracles for humanity, to save us from the dark forces. The devil has been against us. The devil has done everything to attack us and to siphon from us and to trick us. But our souls still awakened. God has shined the light, and we see them in plain sight. We are more powerful than we've been told. We've all been lied to. The veil is lifting. The curtain is rising. And people are getting to see who the heroes actually are and who the manipulators are. So our light is so powerful, and the more we embody, the more we activate the demons and others to come out. They are exposing themselves. And they will, and they have forged weapons against us. But we are made in God's image, and no weapon formed against us shall ever prosper. I feel, and I have felt for so long, that my heart is too big for me to have a normal life. to live in this world. And I have a pure heart. I am an old soul, and I am not naive. I see the darkness, and I see and I feel what others have not healed, their wounds. And I still love them because I see the light. I see the true light in them. We all have potential for healing, for embodying the love of God, because we are all made of it. We all have pure potential. We are divine. We are amazing. We are beautiful. That beauty that God put in us, it's meant to shine. It's meant to change the world. I was someone who suppressed for far too long, and trying to cope with the way the world was, thinking that I had to put myself in a box, in a cage, in a prison to be what the outside world wanted me to be, rather than going in and realizing that I am pure magic. I am pure love. And that God put inside of me the keys to unlocking the entire kingdom of heaven. This is inside of us all. This is our birthright. This is what we have to look forward to with ascension. It's miracles upon miracles. The kingdom of God is vast. It is inside of you. And when you unlock it, you become the portal. You become heaven on earth. We crave this, a high vibrational heaven on earth, a true sanctuary where we are with Mother Earth and God. We are in a community that loves us, that prays for us, and is protective of our sacred souls, of our energy as we are ascended, beautiful, angelic beings here on a higher mission for God. Our energy is sacred and not to be used or abused from the dark forces. Soul family, I know many have witnessed the hardships and struggles that I have gone through on my ascension journey. And I haven't fully even gone into detail about it because I'm still alchemizing some of the heartbreak. I am still taking that to God and getting higher understanding on. the betrayal and the attacks, the level of evil in this world is, it's maniacal. It's what they have done to us our whole lives. We see that it is because of what God put in us, and that we were always meant to unlock it. In fact, the harder they tried to attack us, the more God worked to protect us and to help us to awaken. So we learn to have the tools of discernment, and we've got to protect what is sacred. And that does not mean that we don't want to help others. It just means that we have to protect our what is sacred, our energy. But we need to all be fostering help for others so that there is no more lack in this world, and that people aren't living, in survival mode, or stealing, or feeling desperation for survival. That is disgusting, and it is horrible that the parasitic elite have gotten away with doing that to us on earth for so long. I wish for everyone to have freedom as far as money, because that's the only thing that they have on us anymore in the earth realm, is that they have had the money, they own the media, they control the narrative, they have infiltrated the school systems, they have this has been, it was slavery by design since the beginning. This new world order, the cabal, they have infiltrated a divine hologram, to try to siphon God from humanity, from our hearts. And that is our divine birthright. We are all angels and we are all divine. So really, we can heal from this, but let's stop doing the survival mode stuff. Let's figure it out. Take this mission and really put it into light. There was a battle between good versus evil. It is a spiritual battle. The ones who have found God, answered God's call, done the inner work, and freed their eternal souls from all darkness and limitations that the devil has tried to chain us with. We have gotten out so that we can help free the others. I know that it's all unfolding in divine timing, and I'm not trying to rock the boat too much. I'm just trying to appeal to the ones who are awakened and on this journey, and to seeing how we have won this. What God has instilled in us, what we've learned on this journey, and what ultimately this is coming to is that we're not just meant to flip this paradigm, but we are the chosen ones and the way showers for new earth as well. that God has put the portal to heaven inside of us, and we are guides and teachers. I'm surrendering my life to God's mission, and I have surrendered my life to this. I knew eventually it would require me speaking, and I have been working on that, keeping my throat chakra open and going through the things that I've been going through in this life and the struggles, and trying to keep my head above water. And it hasn't been easy. I have, pain and doing a lot of spiritual heavy lifting and things in my life. I am grateful for what I have. I do have a wonderful husband who works hard, just to keep us above water. But, I want to keep him above water too. I want for us to have our sanctuary and to have our home and to have peace in our lives, so that we don't have to be in the third dimension and have to play small for the world and be small for the world. I feel such a calling for higher mission and for higher alignment with, souls who are on this mission too. I have nothing but love to give, and I've been screwed over. I've been hurt. I've been betrayed. I've been stabbed in the back. I've been, all of these things, and I'm still vibrating in a frequency of love. So I know that I am spiritually solid. I know that I am strong. I know that the devil is already done. I have maintained my crown even through the hardships and darkness that I have encountered, and it's not leaving me. God is always giving me the downloads and upgrades, and, giving me constant messages of love and appreciation for my devotion to my soul mission. Ancestors are with me. They are watching me like I'm their favorite reality show. And they're like, yes, she is our warrior. She has broken through the third dimension, and she has lit up the world with God. This light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna keep being me. I'm gonna keep speaking my truth. I'm gonna keep dancing. I'm gonna keep having fun, and I'm gonna keep smiling and being a wonderful soul. I'm gonna keep trying to help others and being available to teach and to heal. We are doing this together, and I am seeing the results of it in the world. And, I am seeing people who are, much deeper thinkers now, and they love God, and they have been able to see through the matrix and see through the lies and the lower density cage, the mental constructs of the matrix. I know it must be wild. There's so many past versions of myself that I had to go through to, the more God would reveal himself to me, the more I'd have to break through perceived limitations of a past version of myself, and to let myself vibrate even lighter and lighter. And as I surrendered myself to God, I had to surrender a lot of things with that. People and places and situations and things that no longer aligned to my soul's growth. And I had to keep vibrating lighter. And these things of the past that used to have a hold of me could not hold me any longer, and that I was a holy quasar happening in the universe, the multiverse. This light was coming through no matter what, and there's nothing even I could do to stop it from happening. It was always destined from God to happen to me. It was pre-written that I was going to go through so much darkness to embodying infinite light. The signs were always there from even when I was a child. I had vivid dreams about things that didn't make sense at the time, and they do now. I I had reoccurring dreams about the vax and things that, as a baby, I had these dreams, that everybody in my life was trying to inject me with something, and it was bad. And to, I had these interesting dreams and revelations, and I realized that I was so completely connected to God and the other side. As a child, many want to dismiss these gifts and, to write it off as, oh, she's got some imagination, or, or worse, But I had a mother who was very encouraging and nurturing of me and my gifts, and she was an angel too. She is a goddess in heaven, and she is a source for me, an angel to pray to. And she's very highly favored with God, and she's very powerful. So she manifests outwardly in my hologram, and in so many ways, through angel numbers. 421 was her birthday, and I see 421 a lot. Bluebirds, um, and as yeah, it is such a wonderful gift to have her as an angel on the other side. I miss her in life deeply, yes, but she left when she was supposed to, and she's been part of my spiritual awakening, and she has heavy pull with God. And she knew things that she didn't tell me in my life, because I was prophesized. I was prophesized before I was born. She knew I was a chosen one. And she went through so many things to try to protect that and to protect me, and not to force me any one direction or another. I just saw 421. She's blessing me right now, even. And yeah, my mother, Dallas Lorraine Knapp, is a queen, a goddess. and her soul, she's a beautiful angel on earth, a teacher, a friend, a mother. Um, and she had her struggles in this life, and she had her ancestral curses that have been passed down. And, and many of them I had the brunt of, but she is truly, she made me happen and made me come into the world, and the devil tried to stop her from bringing me up, for making me happen. And she knew that I was the chosen one. My brother was the golden child in her eyes, but I was the chosen one. And she didn't tell me even half of what she knew. She knew to wait, and she knew that God was going to reveal it to me when the time came, and that I was going to heal. I was going to free myself, and I was going to free the rest of my family, to heal my royal bloodlines from the darkness and the spells that the devil has put on us. And that I was going to be the generational curse breaker to end it all, to free us, and that my mother's soul crossed over in 2016 to work on me, and to help me to see how blessed we are with God. And it is bigger and better and brighter than anything that I had ever seen with these eyes. It broke everything I thought I was. It broke me. I shattered, but I saw God. I saw me, who I really am, and I saw the darkness, the way that the inverted reality, what it tried to project on me, was so opposite to my design. I am treasure, and they traded me like trash. It is an inverted matrix meant to siphon from us. And through the darkness, I saw my light. I saw my beauty. I saw how much I endured and why I did it. And it was all for higher love and for higher healing, not just for me, but for everyone. And we are living so many miracles. So many miracles. Oh my goodness, my body is stiff, and my knees feel, yeah. I did get to go to the gym yesterday, and that felt good. I I love the gym. I love the downloads I get from Source when I work out. I love having the jacuzzi and the sauna to go in and relax after, and it helps me get heated up, and it helps me stay warm. And I don't like cold weather, and this is my first winter in Spokane, so it's wonderful to have that. And also, we live in an RV, a camper, and we're in, his mother's driveway currently in Spokane. So I don't have running water here, and I like to shower. So, I keep my membership so I can shower and also work out. be in a cool environment where there's good people around. And, I've met some awakened angels and healers and bodhisattvas out there who are, you know, on their paths and journeys with God too. And, I've been staying very focused on the now and the blessings that I have. I have my inner world with God, and then I have, I haven't really kept a very big circle this year, or I say this year, and this year just started, but I am more in a protect my family kind of mindset, because we see that what the devil has done to attack us and to try to keep us in a cage and keep us in lack. But we are so prayed up, and we have such a powerful bond and love that we know God is going to carry us through that. Through everything that I've been through, the hardships, the struggles, and, feeling like I'm up against a wall, like the devil has cornered me, it was never the case. God's with us no matter what. And, somehow I'm still here after every battle I've had and everything that I've endured in this life. And I know that there's angels that come for me in divine timing always, throughout everything that I've been through, homelessness, or, even when I was on the street for a short time, I learned about the forces of light and dark, and what's happening on earth. I have these blessings and this connection with source because I had courage to surrender to God. Throughout my struggles, I got to see and meet God. When you surrender the most, you gain the most. And that's what God asked me to do, to surrender everything. And when I met God and when I found God, and my soul remembered that this is the love of all my lives. This is my twin flame, my eternal fire. This is truth. I am going all the way. I am surrendering my life fully to the Most High for God's highest plan. And I've worked this alchemy. I am an empty vessel, and God has filled me. God has made me remember. And it's still raining in Spokane. I'm glad I went to the gym yesterday. I miss riding my bicycle. I miss because yeah, it's getting yucky out. It's like sleet and snow and rain. Um, but it's New Year, and we are with Source. We are anchored spiritually with the light, and we know that miracles are unfolding for us as we enter the golden age of light. Humanity is ready for something new. Humanity is tired of being lied to. And our souls have a lot of love for you and for all of us as we've all done the struggling together. We are extraterrestrial higher consciousness, but we are still here living the earth human experience with you. We are just one with our higher selves, and the controllers of this earth avatar, our video game. This is a holographic vibration from our highest self. And well, what I'm saying is, what am I saying? I'm saying I'm just saying I love you. I'm saying that our souls have I'm tired of having to explain myself. Like I have to, like there's no, like it's illegal for me to be as high vibrational as I am. I'm tired of feeling like the world is looking at me like either they think I'm crazy or they think I'm a genius. But don't be afraid to speak who you are. You are magical. Well, if the world doesn't like it, who cares? Who cares? Because God made you beautiful. So shine. Speak your truth. You're not doing anyone any favors by holding yourself back. But don't let the outside world hold you back either. The devil will try to silence you any way that it can. And I know how it works to do that, and to try to turn up the volume when we speak, and drown out our voices. The light of God is so powerful within us that the outer hologram will try to put a lid on us. I've experienced that in so many ways in my life that I realize that it's not a coincidence. When Source is channeling and I'm doing a recording, and there will be like some kind of like loud noise or, kids screaming or something crazy, It's the world is changing though, and I am becoming more and more powerful in my light work and in my mission with God. I am finding others like me, and we are, having conversations, but we should be having more. We should be getting together in person and, sharing our teachings, sharing our knowledge, sharing our gifts. I think many of us are caught up in the system still, where we have felt like we are limited in our resources, so we can't get out. And, gas is expensive and groceries are expensive, and, you know, it's something's about to change there. And I feel it because God knows that we are ready for the next step, that we have worked so hard in devoting our lives to God's highest mission, that we are going to break out of the cage, and that the outside world is going to recognize that we are master souls, and that we are alchemists, and that God is working through us to help free the world and lead it into the golden age. This was chosen for me before I was born. It was written in the stars. I came here on March 11th, 1983 at 10:33 a.m. I am a Pisces, Aquarius, Moon, Gemini rising, and I was created to usher us into the golden age, to be the portal, to be the guiding voice, mother soul awakened through this earth vessel. We are a beautiful soul and a beautiful heart awakening, remembering who we are, and an act of love and devotion for the world, for all of us, is that I feel the wounds of the entire Earth Collective. My heart has broken open eternity. And I love you. I love you. And I am proud of you. You know it hasn't been easy for us, for God's people. For chosen ones. We were all attacked in many ways in the inverted realm. And how incredible our souls are to have endured the insane attacks that we've gone throughout, all these timelines, all these different attacks from the dark forces. But how incredible the light is inside of us to have endured and to have leveled up and gotten smarter, and the dark forces, the devil, the demons, the ones that attach to people in the world or people in our lives, that, you're not doing anyone any favors by keeping that hidden. We see the demons that people carry and we still love them anyway, but we love them with boundaries. It's not doing yourself any favors carrying that either. Because eventually it's going to attack you. You're keeping it in the cage to fight for you, to be your weapon. But what you're really doing is you're creating separation between yourself and God. And that is hurting you, and that is hurting others around you, and you are hurting others around you by letting that out to attack and fight your battles. When God made you to be truly strong enough to fight and to not allow these demonic demons, these entities, to have attachment to our vessels, to our souls, to our consciousness. And we are with the light, so they have nothing to cling on to except for the parts of ourselves that we think are broken. And that is why shadow work comes up. That's why it's all for our highest growth and for our highest healing. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm gonna take it back to Earth here and tell you that I'm cold. And I don't like the coldy rain so much. I really envision myself owning some land. I know you can't actually own land, but caring for some land, caring for Mother Earth, sanctuary, tropical paradise with fertile soil, flowers, and the smell of flowers everywhere in the tropical breeze. Maybe Hawaii. That is what I'm manifesting. I'm manifesting tropical paradise, land, a tree house community for soul family to come visit and hang out and get to participate in our fun lives where we listen to music and sing and dance and garden and give our love to Mother Earth and to our communities, our families, and get to share our blessings with you as you bring your gifts and your spiritual knowledge and your healing to us. That is how New Earth is going to be, and that is what we are manifesting. Man, it's like when you go through the extremes, that the hard, uncomfortable times, that God wants you to feel it. God wants you to feel the uncomfortable part, so that right before we level up and we find something even better. God is about to bless us. God is about to open us to something, and I know it. I feel it inside, and I'm ready. I receive tropical paradise sanctuary where we have hammocks and wind chimes and birds and bird feeders and happy squirrels and coconuts. Oh, and we're going to be living so high vibrational with our fruits, with our vegetables, our produce, our crops are going to be so big and healthy, full of nutrients, and that we'll be, getting so much sun and life from the salty water. And we'll get to have fun and organize community events and parties where we can all just dance around in the trees and vibrate high and share beautiful stories and blessings, as we are just angels in this world. And to know that everyone here is in pure hearts and pure motivation and pure intentions for the holy light of this planet, for this new paradigm that we are birthing. God is doing it for us. God has been doing it for us this whole time. We just had to wake up and see it. We just had to call it in, because I've done this, and I've been battling homelessness. I've been battling abuse and constant attacks from the devil. I've been thrown out. I've been attacked in my sleep, for fuck's sake. This path is not for the weak, but it has been amazing, because I know how strong I am. I know how invincible my soul is, and that God and no one, the devil, nothing can stop this from happening. I didn't want to see how sacred of a soul I was until God awakened me. I settled for less than I deserved. I sold myself short too many times. And that I had to break myself completely open so that I could really see all the magic and power and beauty that God put into designing my soul. I'll never go back to being small in a world that doesn't live in celebration of God's beauty. It is ever present. It is inside of us. It's happening in so many ways. Every day is a different gift, a different blessing to unfold. And, when you learn to decipher its meaning and understand that it is a journey, it is not always a battle. The battle is the duality of it, but you can transcend. You can find peace and you can find abundance and Holy Spirit. I have healed myself. I have healed my bloodlines, and any attacks that are made on me are from our last ditch efforts from the devil to try to siphon from me. As I was a hostage, I was a prisoner. It was siphoning from me. I took back my power and I gave my devotion to God. And I've transcended fear and limitations of the past so that I could birth my highest self and free the world. I am a mirror for many, and I am a portal to freedom, to God. Many who are in egos or in a frame of consciousness to where they're not ready to see themselves, cannot handle the mirror and the power that I reflect back to them. And my life has been very unique because of this. I of course, did not always know how powerful I was, and I am extremely powerful. And where there's a bright light, it will bring out the projections, and they sure have projected on me these entities. And I understand it. I just, that has given me understanding into who I really am, is by understanding who they are not. And they show that to you when they project on you. They tell on themselves. We are all over the place in this journey. I'm a Pisces and I swim around. I observe, I share, I speak. And, I'm an empath, and I love when I meet other people who are, they love God and they want to be helpful to others. And there are so many beautiful souls in this world, and we all have so many gifts that we can share amongst each other. I love to cook too. I I'm a good cook. I'm an amazing cook. My husband is as well, and we both love to eat. Um, I want to do more healthy eating. We try. We're both vegan, and I I think when we have our home, our land, and our garden, we'll be doing much better than when we're living at supermarket kind of stuff. But in the meantime, that's we're doing what we can. I would love to be juicing and to do more raw vegan things, and I've been wanting to transition to that point. But also, I'm trying to be gentle with my husband as he just became vegan for me. So, you know, one thing at a time for him. But also, I don't want to compromise either on my health or on my ascension because of someone else's dietary habits either. So it's like there's that balance in marriage and in life, and that I the answer to all of our things is to have a home, to have land, and to have our soul family community where we can all pitch in and help, make medicines and potions that will help. Um, where we are loving and blessing Mother Earth, where we're taking in our knowledge and absorbing back knowledge from the ancestors about healing and about who we really are. And we're helping others to do that as well. And we're carrying a higher vibration by carrying a community of healthy beings. I would like to have a revolving door. Maybe sometimes we have visitors in our treehouse community, and that we stay and share a couple ceremonies and powwows where we bring together true soul family who are beautiful souls and on a mission for freedom and to live in high vibration and to play music, to sing, to dance, to bless the garden, to pray to our altars and love our earth and love our sanctuary with us. Um, we have a connection with nature. We have a relationship, a bond with her, with the souls of earth, with, insects and plants and animals and everything. There's just so much more we can tap into. There's a divine flow that awakened souls have with our environments. And that's where I'm vibrating. I am vibrating Mother Earth. I am vibrating Earth Sanctuary. And, I am vibrating on high energy. I am a grid worker. my my so I've traveled quite a bit too, for someone who has not had a lot of money in the past, or current. um it has been obvious to me that I'm a grid worker and that I shift weather patterns when I go someplace. This is, it's happened too many times to be coincidence. I know that I am a powerful, I carry a lot of spiritual weight with me wherever I go. God and my the weather patterns prove it. Um, this has been seen by others in my life as well, and also I attract lightning. um, I actually have created a lightning storm with my ancestors, and that was one of the best spiritual gifts I could have gotten from God. um, I guess I'll tell you the story, since I'm just kind of on a talking thing right now. But it's 2021. It was right around the time that I was getting ready to, I had not decided if I wanted to stay in my relationship or leave. I my relationship of 10 years. And I had been awakening spiritually, and I was tapping into Kundalini awakening, and I had gone to Mount Shasta and experienced the earth energy grid there, because that is a ley line for the sacral root chakra. Um, I was having activations before I went, but when I did go, it had intensified, and I got to go, skinny dipping in the water at Castle Creek with a coven of witches, coincidentally, which was so magical. It was so divine. It was so beautiful. I But I was shifting, and I was going through things, and I hadn't decided, exactly which way to go with what was happening to me internally and externally. Ascension was happening, though, and I knew that I had to give myself to it. I started speaking to my ancestors for a while, but I was told to start doing it out loud, and an angel told me to do that. So I was speaking to my ancestors out loud the first time that I did it. First time I really told my ancestors that I needed them to send me a message, to speak to me. I told them to come to me through the sign and the symbol of a lightning bolt. And I said, I said that expecting for them to, show me an emoji maybe of a lightning bolt or something like that. Like I would see someone on Twitter maybe, and there's a lightning bolt emoji, and that would be my sign or my clue. But I asked them to come to me somehow throughout that day with a message and through the symbol of a lightning bolt. Well, that day I took my selenite wands, different selenite wands at the time, though I've broken a few of mine. So I took them both, and I was dancing down the street because I had my awakening with God. I was going through my Kundalini awakening. I was one with Mother Earth, and I was feeling the earth frequency rising within me. So I danced down the street with my selenite wands, and I went to the park in Balboa Park, San Diego. And if you know San Diego, you know the weather is always sunny, and you don't get lightning storms in the middle of the day. That is, it never happens. And I lived there for 12 years, and I know that never happens. But this one day, when I go out dancing and I go to the park with my selenite wands and I sit down and I am in a meditative state and I'm talking to God and I'm channeling and my selenite wands are moving, I decide at this point to go like that with my selenite wand. Like it is a sword and I am pointing it. And at that moment, boom, boom, the lightning crashes. And you can see the look on my face in this video. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. The power of God was flowing through me. And I, with God, with my ancestors, with my spirit team, I created a lightning storm. My ancestors were coming through. That day, they showed me a miracle. I was so amazed and grateful. I stayed out there through that whole storm and it was powerful. I have it on videotape. I have some of it on videotape. The whole storm was created for me. It was a miracle from God, from my ancestors, from Holy Spirit to show me who I really am and to show me how loved I am. I was not prepared for how much they love me. I was not ready to know that I was that loved, but I was so glowing from that. I knew every time I closed my eyes or I glanced a different direction or my peripherals, I would see lightning. I would see lightning days, weeks after that happened. That was my enlightenment from God. That was my miracle. That was one of many miracles in this life. I truly, truly have been made unique. In Florida, growing up, there was lightning all the time, and I realized that I attracted it. I didn't know that until I knew that. It became really obvious that my friends would be afraid to be around me during a lightning storm because they would know that lightning would strike very close to us. My old boss was like, we'd go out on cigarette breaks together all the time and just talk, But he was afraid to go outside with me when there was lightning or anything because he knew it was going to crash close. He like, yeah, guess my powers were always known, but it wasn't always known to me. Um, and that was long before I had a lightning storm with God and my ancestors in 2021. So I the clues were always there. I somehow have, even through the highs and the lows of my journey, God was carrying me there. And that there was going to be miracles, and there have been miracles. There's been miracles upon miracles. But the thing is, before you're awakened, you don't know that. You don't see that until you see that. And then God shows you all the ways that He has found ways to bless you. And, it was like that meteor shower that I got to witness when I was 10 years old. We I got a hand-me-down new mattress or something, and I was gonna throw out my old bed, and it wasn't trash pickup day yet, so we put it in the backyard, put my old bed out there, and I decided to set it up. And I asked my mom if I could sleep outside that night because I, you know, thought it would be fun, sleep in the backyard, like camping. And she said yes. So I went out there, brought my blankets and pillows, and laid on the bed. And that night there happened to be a meteor shower, and it was amazing. I mean, the whole sky was lit up, and this is in Orlando, Florida. Um, and I remember just being so excited, like, and running and telling my mom. And of all the nights that I could have thrown out that mattress and gotten to see a meteor shower, that was the night. Um, that and so many other miracles that I've experienced in my life that have shown me that it has been magic this whole time. Um, a new life is coming. The old life is dying, and I have been reborn. I'm 41 years old right now, and I never thought that I would live to be this old. And I've surrendered to this. I've surrendered to God, and I'm getting to see that I was always divine. I was always chosen. I was always loved. And that the only thing that the devil could ever do is give me the illusion that I'm not, that I'm anything less. And anyway, I get sore in my back, and I think I have bad posture sometimes. But I love my selenite wands anyway, and I love tapping myself with them. Sometimes I like beat myself with them. It can hurt, but I think they're wonderful for healing too, because your body stores a lot of traumas and hurts, wounds that we get. If they're spiritual wounds or physical wounds, our body have a memory. And selenite is a powerful, like, high vibrational instrument. It helps other crystals to charge. It is so you're putting energy and light in your vessel by using selenite wands on yourself. You're pulling up things for healing. And I shouldn't sit on the microphone because I realize that that's probably not going to sound very good on the audio. I'm not used to having a microphone, and I'm trying to be more out there with myself and to share more about the things that God is doing and that I'm witness to. We have a soul mission, and we are embracing it and leaning into it. A lot of it is about just being who we are and sharing. I am okay with being vulnerable with you. I am okay with letting you into my heart, into my world, into my thoughts, into, the multiple dimensions of me. Because every part of me is vibrating in a frequency of love. I only want for others to be as blessed as I am. I want others to have the powers of God and the love and the blessings that come along with that. Your sacred truth, your birthright, see your destiny. I don't care what anyone says in the 3D. The light has won this war. Soul family, 144,000. God sent us here. We're anchoring in the light, and we're bringing forth a new earth, a new paradigm, the age of light. is inside of us. We are vibrating it. God's people are finding each other. We are changing things. We don't have to conform to the world. The world is going to conform to us. We are bigger than the matrix. We are too much to be contained by these little fourth dimensional parasites. They're really not that powerful without us. They have no power at all. The war is over when you remember that. When you take back your power, the devil's never met anything like you, you know? You are so much smarter and more powerful than you give yourself credit for. The fact that you're here at all is so many miracles. You know, we won. We won. Uh, God won. Our souls awakened. So let's form new government. Let's bring 144,000 together. This is God's highest plan, is for us to speak, to work together. The light will form a new order for humanity. New currency, new way of thinking, new government. Though I don't really like the word government. We need to be a governing force of light, but we need to be anti-government at the same time. We need to understand that sovereignty is with God and that we are royally blessed on a spiritual level to help others. To help others. There is no separation or division in the world when we come to that awareness. We are all royally blessed to help others. God does not pour into empty vessels that are without love. Soulless entities that can only try to mirror and reflect the light of a divine being, of a chosen one. They have tried to replicate us, to siphon from us every different narcissist I've battled in my life, or just different experiences or things that I've been witness to. It's all been an enlightening experience. Um, what else here? I could use a massage, some sunshine. Oh, beautiful white sandy beaches. Sand so fine like powder. I I do miss warmer weather. I really do. So we got to figure it out. We got to figure out what to do. My husband, Kevin, can travel with his work, and he works for Amazon, so he could relocate wherever. But we need really for us to be retired. He needs to be retired. We need to manifest a high timeline for all of us, where we don't have to worry and live in scarcity or lack ever again. God is calling for us to be free from that. I don't know what I did with it. Okay, it is on me. Never mind. I couldn't find the microphone. um, I don't. I don't know. I am doing so much work in the higher realms and with God, and I am focused on the big picture and also what I can be doing in the earth realm. But I also feel like my life isn't in alignment for it. Like, I need to have the community, I need to have the network, and the resources financially to pull this off. And I'm ready for God to bless this mission. Well, God has blessed this mission all in multiple dimensions and levels, but I'm ready for Infinity Rising to gain some recognition and support, and true support. So I'm not meant to be a follower. I am a leader. I am a way shower. I am a chosen guide, a goddess, a queen, and God is shining the light for me to navigate my way forward through what has never been done before, what has never been done on earth, is that we are interdimensional warriors that have broken through slave matrix programming to awaken to our divine powers as soul avatars. And We know of the gifts and the light that God has put within us. We are the light. We are truth. And we are vibrating in our authenticity, and we are receptive to God and feeling His love and the transforming powers of it. We fall in love with healing, we fall in love with God, and we allow our hearts to open. And it just flows inside. It fills us. It is constantly flowing. Thank you, God, for choosing us. Thank you for showing us how much you love us. Thank you for making us strong and telling us not to settle for less than we deserve. When those try to siphon from us, we have discernment in you to have boundaries. Thank you, God. Thank you for making me so strong. Thank you for showing me not to give up and showing me why this journey is important. This battle is over and we are walking with God. Darkness tried to battle us and we still shined our light and walked through. I often feel like words don't give it justice, and that I wonder if I'm helping anyone by speaking it. Maybe I should just retreat. And then I realize that that isn't helping. That is not doing the world any favors. That my light is new earth. My light is God. My light is my highest blessing for the world. Because I want everyone to see it within themselves. I want everyone to be able to see their own anointing, their own blessings with God. I want everyone to be able to meet God the organic way. Because I am just a reflection of it. At the end of the day, we're human too. But I keep looking for the microphone and realizing that it's on me. Still not really sure how to wear it. just tried putting it on my bra strap. So I don't like to live in a world where there's time, but I have been going on close to 2 hours here. And to recap, I just feel really present. I feel really present, and I didn't want to do a video with any motive. I just wanted to be myself and to talk and share. The crazy things that are happening in this world and what's unfolding. I see it, and as far as, well, through God's eyes first, but I also see the parts that other people are seeing, people who are fixated on the news or on social media, and the veil is lifting too, and God is showing people the inner workings and happenings of this universe and the powers that have been battling it out on Earth and fighting for human consciousness. And honestly, my body is tired. My body is sore. I'm sleepy. I'm cold. It's yucky out. I need to make dinner. I should make something good and yummy and nutritious for me and my husband. He would like that. I know he works hard, and I love him so much. He is such a wonderful man. And we had so much fun together, and we fell in love so fast out on that mountain. And God, I knew that it wouldn't be an easy journey, and that I told him that from the start. And he has amazed me. He has found so many ways to amaze me and to show me how incredible he is. He is a wonderful soul. And we fell in love. We fell in love. And I want to make him so happy. I want to show him all the love that he deserves. I want to do everything I can for him. He's been through so much in his life, and so have I, and we have been fought, by the devil, and we've come through it, and we found each other, and the devil can't break us apart. We are strong, and we are in love. We are blessed. Our meeting was from God. We were meant to go through the things that we went through to finding each other. Our lives were shaped in such a way that he had to prove his love to me, and he had to win over the trust of my ancestors, of my angels, and that so many things had to happen in order for us to get together, to be together, to meet each other. And it was destiny. It was God. It was an answer to my prayer. He is a true king of God in so many ways. And he is doing his best to provide and protect his queen. And I love him and I appreciate him so much. And it is wonderful for me to allow myself to be vulnerable and to let my king carry my weight. But I need to be carrying my own weight as well, because I know that my weight is getting heavier and heavier and heavier as I continue to ascend. And I mean that in the sense that I know who my soul is, not as in that weight like baggage. I mean, my spiritual weight is heavy. My soul is big, infinite. I am the living embodiment of God incarnate. And I have big plans for the world. I have big ambitions as God has revealed it to me, and I see new earth. I am living new earth. I am in that frequency, and I am going to manifest this vision. I have been steadfast in my journey, and I have met angels along the way who have helped me to learn and to level up and to sharpen my tools and to learn about many different forms of healing and medicine that is going to really accelerate this transition as we go back to the natural way we heal with Mother Earth, to restoring our vessels with God, restoring our hearts with our divinity. God is here and ready for us to surrender and to give ourselves to love. I only want to help others. I only want to have a mission to that and have a safe way of life so that I can be able to share my spiritual abundance with others. I don't know, it's like I see where my life, where it's at, and, I get to channel a little bit on YouTube and share a little bit along the way, but there's so much more I could be doing. There's so much more my soul is doing in higher dimensions. And I just want to be in the moment. I just want to, what I really need is a camera crew to follow me around maybe. And, while I'm on my beautiful paradise island and I have, my angels around. I have my husband and we're all cooking and making high vibrational meals and juices and medicines and enjoying the fruits of Mother Earth and all of her love and healing. And yeah, a camera crew. You know, just documenting and understanding that we are manifesting our realities and we're living as high vibrational as we possibly can. And they can record that, us being a community of light workers on a sacred mission from God to birth the free world. That would be a reality show that I would watch. That would be something I would tune into. That is probably the reason already why I'm already a reality show, intergalactic reality show at that. So I guess we can come full circle and do that on Earth too. It is by like just total surrender to God that we have been able to embody higher consciousness and grow into our highest selves and find our soul missions on this planet. I want to keep going with that. I want to have like, you know, a yoga retreat where we get together maybe in the morning time, watch the sunrise, chant together, play musical instruments, just meditate, breathe deeply, and channel source with each other. Got big dreams, big visions, big ambitions. God is showing me and telling me to believe that it's all going to come true. It's all going to manifest and not to worry anymore. That my days of worry are behind me in 2024 and in past versions of myself, I am free. My soul has broken through that and my blessings are coming in. Everything in the universe is happening and unfolding in my highest good and in my highest favor. I am infinity rising. I am living embodiment of God in all that ever has been, is, or ever will be. I trust God's timing. And I know that through these past few months since I met and fell in love with my husband, that these tests have been heavy, but it has given him an opportunity to prove his devotion to me as a husband, as a king. And through this time in my life, I am anchoring into my soul work. I am anchoring into my soul mission. He is taking care of the physical, and I am doing my work in the spiritual. I am anchoring in to my light and my spirit team, my guides, and I am captain of this ship. I am leading us to freedom. I am freeing our royal bloodlines from being enslaved, from ancestral curses, generational curses, and attacks from the dark forces. I have awakened to my royal birthright, our lineage. We are greatness. We are beautiful. We are divine, powerful, blessed beings of God. We are royal family. In my life, I always felt like there was a soul family out there for me, but I felt so alone in the world, and I felt like it was a mirage. I thought I met a soul family when I was a teenager, and I was 16 years old, and they were beautiful souls. I thought that they may have been my soul family. I had an opportunity to move to California with them, but I did not. I had to stay, and I felt like I had to stay and try to protect my mother from my brother, who was going through, he was very abusive to me growing up. And I felt, fear for her because I knew how much of a pushover she was for him. I didn't get to I didn't get to be with my soul family at 16, but since they parted my life and we went separate paths and separate journeys, I always had a feeling that there was a soul family out there for me. Maybe they were in California, and that was part of my calling, was for me to go to California, for me to see if they were out there, or, to just live out there. And I think that I have met soul family and many since, and now I know that I have a true soul family, that our souls have performed miracles with God for our awakening, and that the light shines through us, and our light is so powerful that it breaks through all limitations of the slave world of our former selves. Our light is a powerful weapon against the veil of darkness. This is our year. God and the miracles that have unfolded through us and that we have surrendered to. The light is coming up. It cannot be buried. The veil is thinner than ever. And this is our time. This is our year. We can't be ignored. We can't be overlooked. We can't be demonized. What's happened has happened, and the truth, the light, it speaks for itself. I do not ask for a position of power in this world, because I am already a position of power in this world. It's just that the world has not awakened yet to see that. And that's okay. I will continue to help to thin that veil more and more, to shine the light, to tell you of what I have witnessed from God, and showing you that we've already won this. it is on us to make it happen on earth too. And that happens when we form unity. I always take it back to mission, because mission is what matters most in this life. Mission is our bet with God that we could do this. Though we've already won this bet, and we're just holding the light in the meantime, waiting for the rest to awaken and understanding that we're not going to vote our ways out of the way the old world was siphoning from us. The taxation of everything, the parasitic ways of the elite class, they have taken enough from us, and we're taking back our power. Don't give them consent. Everyone in the world can just stop. Stop performing in the rat race. Stop giving them your energy. Change needs to happen. And if we do this together, the transition's going to be a lot easier than if we do it separately. So I know I speak from experience that I had to just surrender fully without a parachute or any safety harnesses on. I know what that's like, you know, when you have to fall on your ass. I did. When I had my spiritual awakening and God told me to trust and to be homeless and to fall to fly. You know, that when God asks us to sacrifice and to surrender to Him, do so. Because of my surrenderings, I have been blessed even more to know God on a much more intimate level than I would have if I stayed in a comfort zone. I think that we've all been through so much, though. We've been through so much trauma already in our lives that God is saying that we can find a much more gentle way to live. And really having compassion and empathy for one another is where that begins. Is that we've all been lied to in this world. We've all been siphoned from and used and abused by these entities for their parasitic gain. And that we are made of pure love and magic and light and truth, and we are holy and sacred. And God says we deserve so much more than to be giving our love energy to them. We should be giving that love to ourselves, to our God, to our Creator, to our families, to our communities. watering our own gardens and thriving rather than giving all of our energy to soulless entities, corporations, and evil plans and people behind them that are out there to rob us. Let's support local and support our communities, our families, smaller businesses, holistic practicing, we should be reclaiming the earth and the land, growing gardens all over so that we're able to have places of unity for awakened and enlightened healers to share their knowledge and share their wisdom and healing with others, to share our medicines. We should all have community gardens that, we can all bring our different gifts and things out, like farmers markets and where we homestead and we work and we make things and we get together and hang out and talk and share our lives and share our healing, share our spiritual medicines and food, produce, the fruits of our gardens, our harvests with each other, and also hold space for each other, because we are all healing of the old world, and we're going into something completely new together. So we need to be supportive and nurturing of those and where they are at in their missions and on their journeys. Everything comes back to love eventually, but higher vibrations need to be with other higher vibrations, and that is a form of divine protection that is installed in us. So we all need to be vibrating authentically, and there are people out there who try to deceive and pretend that they are of light when they are actually siphoning from the light of others. They try to mirror us, or and only authentically source connected souls will be able to make it to higher dimensional living, to heaven on earth, to 5D consciousness. So we are protected, but we just want to be able to help build something so that everyone can have a sanctuary and a place where they are able to work their healing with God, so that no one is in survival mode through this wonderful transition as we go into the golden age of light. No more lack, no more scarcity, no more survival mode. That everyone will have a roof over their heads, warmth, food, a garden, the real medicines that they need, and the help that they need to get them off of the poisons and the toxins and the false medicine of the slave world. You know, that we've got to detox, and that's not just spiritually, mentally, that is physically as well. Looks like my phone is gonna die. I have gone on for a very long time. I love you. God bless you all. If you made it through this, then you are truly aligned with me. You are soul family. And I love you. I love you so much. God bless you. I'm going to charge my phone now. It's a wonderful time for us. I see it. I see it. I believe it. And I will not let go and lose faith. I know that God is about to do it for all of us. I love you. I love you. Until next time. Bye.